We were doing. Well, I was doing a presentation, but it went off. The camera went off. I don't know what's going on, but we're happy that we come back on. Actually, today I said that I was saying that we are talking mostly today to home owners who've been on the fence, whether they should put the house on the market to sell or whether they should hold back. And I'm saying that the answer to whether you put your house on the market to sell or hold back is situational. It all depends on your own personal situation. So it's not a clear-cut yes answer or no answer, yes put on the market, or no don't put on the market for a blanket answer, no. It's based on your own situation, whether you put a house on the market or not. Yeah, and I also said earlier is that not because the summer season have ended, that means that's the end of real estate sale for the year. No. There are a lot of sales, real estate transactions are still going on. There are a lot of sales that are going on. There a lot of activity going on still. Because real estate is sold 365 days in the year. 365 days in the year, real estate is sold. And while it is true that during the spring and summertime, sometimes you have a high peak season, but during the fall and winter, people still buy. Now, you got to know what was the best time for your very own self, given your situation. So you got to do your own assessment, do your own homework, and then determine whether it is the best time for you to put your house on the market or not. So, homeowners who want to put a house on the market, I encourage you to put it on the market if you do your homework and determine that it's a good time. And those homeowners who want to put a house on the market but do the homework and feel that it's not a good time, given their own situation, I will encourage you to hold on for a good time. Because what some people do, after the hot season, during the summer season, they kind of skeptical as to whether they should put it on during the fall. Some try to wait for the spring, but it's a long time. That next couple of months, 3, 4, 5 months, before you put us back in the market. So the reality is that your house could still get sold during the fall if you really do your homework well and before putting it on the market. If you really plan and do your all necessary preparation and your house can still sell. So I encourage you, if you do your homework and you know that from your own analysis that is a good time, go for it. Go for it. Don't hold on and wait next year. Don't wait next year, spring, and then get in summer. It'll be too long. Your house can still sell during this fall season. It still can sell. Yeah. So I encourage you, if you want to put your house on the market, try to connect with a good realtor. Try to get a very good realtor to do a buyer presentation with you, where you can go over all the analysis of the market to see, get your whole the summary sheet of what you will get as a seller if you put your house in the market, what profit you get, and for all the people who trying to downsize, you can put your house in the market and they have a good time to downsize, get a smaller place, and then you get your extra money to take care of yourself and your family, So all the folks who want to put the house in the market, it's a good time. It's a good time you can put your house in the market, and then you can downsize and use the profit to do other things you want to do. Now, for younger couples or younger folks who are trying to get in the market and wanting to know who have bought a house a couple of years ago and want to sell and get a bigger one. Now you got to do your own homework. Get with your realtor. Find out whether if you sell your house, whether you'll be able to get some extra money if you buy something bigger. Because normally, as I said earlier in a previous recording, most homeowner, buyers, they start with condo, then they go to townhome, and then they go to single family home. Some start strictly with townhome and then go to single family home. 9 out of 10 times, that way you find out the trend of things. So if you want to upgrade to the next level, you can do that. You can do that. If you want to sell what you have right now and upgrade, yes. But make sure you do your homework that you won't be in a deficit. That when you sell your house, you're going to add more money to what you sold to get it. So make sure that if you sell, you can get something reasonable to live in and at least get something extra for yourself after you have sold your house. And there are contingencies in place that your realtor can educate you about to let you to make sure that you don't get stuck if you sell your house, to buy a new house. You can put some terms and continue. You can put in place, letting the buyer know that my seller wants to sell, but he will sell based on these terms. And once that in place, then you have nothing to worry about. Once your house is not sold, that means you cannot buy the new property. No. So buying a new property is contingent about you selling your property. So that's one thing you need to let the new a person who you buying a new property from, let them know that yes, I'm interested in your house. Yeah, I want to buy, but it depends on the sale of my property. So if my property don't sell, I cannot buy a property. If my property sell, then I can be able to buy a property. So it depends. It's a situation. It depends. So if all those kind of things are in place, then it shouldn't be much of a big issue. So right now, I encourage you to do your market analysis with your realtor. Go over the numbers, run the figures. Make sure if you're in a good position and you sure you can benefit, go for it. If you're not in a good position, you have some problem, or you think you'll be in the deficit, then I encourage you to hold on. So the answer again in short is not a clear yes, it's time to put your house on the market, or no, it's not a good time. It's situational. It depends on your own situation. So I want you to take in consideration. Now, what I want to go again, another thing is that we'll talk about seller's market, a buyer's market, or a balanced market. Now, people want to know, what is a seller's market? What is a seller's market? Now, when they say a seller's market, that means we have less inventory and more potential willing, ready, and able buyers on the market actively looking for a place to buy. And there are few inventory, just supply and demand in economics. You got the supply is high, supply is low, but demand is high. Once that supply is low, that means that there are limited number of property on the market for sale. And there are a lot of people in the market. The demand is high, then it becomes a seller's market. Because the sellers in control by that time. Because they have so many persons rushing to buy that one property. Then 9 out of 10 times, or 10 out of 10 times in a seller market, you only get mostly an asking price for your house or above asking price. Because so many people rushing. You see? So when it's a seller's market, you put your house on the market, you will definitely get either your sales price where you put it on the market for, or above the sales price. And most times you get above the sales price. Most people will say with the contingencies. Oh. So, but when it's a buyer's market, same economics apply. If it's a buyer's market, that means the demand is low and the supply is high. It's just the opposite. Once there's a lot of property on the market and the demand for the property is not many, that means it's a buyer's market. And those who put a house on the market, as a buyer, you have the opportunity to negotiate. So you either, so sellers, they get either asking price or below asking price. Yeah. So when it's a buyer's market, just know that most times you either get the price you put the house on the market for, or below your asking price. When it's a buyer, because not many people coming. So when you get one offer, you're excited, you're so happy. Oh, I got this offer, try to hold on to it and try to make sure you let it go through, because you know you get another offer. You got that many person looking when it's a buyer's market. So that the buyers now time they in control now, they say, okay, I like your house, but only if it's 300, I'm going to give you 275 for it. And you got to decide whether you want to take that deal or not. But the buyer be calling the shot by that time, or which way they want to go. And now you as a seller got to decide as to whether you want to go that way or not, or try to hold on and wait to see we get something better come by. Now there's a third seller market, what we wouldn't talk about much, and we call it the balanced market. And during the balanced market, normally you get the market value price going. That would yeah. So that means the demand and the supply is something like equilibrium in economics. Something like a way where they are kind of equal, kind of balanced. So the amount of people are looking to buy a house, the amount of people that on the market, they're all similar. So then 9 or 10 times you get the market value price. 9 or 10 times. You don't get above asking price. You don't get below. You get what the market value calls for. Now, so it's a balanced market. And right now, all summer we have been working with a seller's market. And right now we're trying to see a little shift in the market right now. So you going straight a little bit maybe to the balanced market right now. So people are coming and they're trying to negotiate to see what they can get. People, sellers are not getting mostly above asking price. Like during the summertime, I know some people bought houses above $30,000 above the asking price. So people went $30,000 above asking price to buy a house during the summertime, during the heat of the market, when it was a seller's market. Because there were only few properties on the market and a lot of people wanted to buy. So a lot of people are putting offers on one property. So now one property you get to that 10, 20, 30 offers. You see? So, but right now, things are slowed down during this fall season. The rush is not like before. So, I mean, you get into something like the equilibrium right now. And you can finally maybe get the market value. But for some property, people who ready to prepare the property and put it in the market, some of them still getting above asking price, but not as high like before. Some of them getting maybe 5,000, 10,000 above. Yeah, the asking price. Like, I must confess, I just put a house on the market November 30th, about 3 or 4 days ago, about 5 days ago. And by yesterday, I got a couple of offers. And last night I met with my client, and we accepted the offer and did a ratified contract last night. And I didn't get a high above asking price, but at least the one we accepted was above the asking price. Yeah, but not too high above asking price, unlike the summertime. You see? So the market is, you can still get based on how your house, because what my seller did a complete renovation of the property. I mean, just like a brand new property. I mean, they did everything. They changed everything in the property. So, I mean, down from the roof, down to the floor. I mean, they did complete painting. I mean, changed the stove, the refrigerator, everything they changed. They washed and dried everything new. And so a lot of people that came by really liked the property. And we got a couple of offers, several offers we got. And we met last night, went over all of them, and we were able to at least decide on one. And this morning, we ratified the contract. Just this morning. So houses are still being sold. So if you want to put your house on the market, yes, you can do it. If you plan it well, you can still get above asking price. So don't be afraid. Run your numbers if you think it's good, a good time, and you look at the figures, go for it. Go for it. I'm still working with other buyers, other sellers. You know, we're still out there looking, and they're still willing to move forward. So if you're on the fence, again, I say get up the fence, decide as to whether you want to move forward and try to do your homework and see what the home analysis look like, and then make a decision as to which way you want to go. And definitely, once you make that decision, you can determine as to whether it's a good time to move forward, or whether you want to hold on, or what you want to do. But if you want to move forward to sell your house during this time, you have to really prepare your house. You ought to get above asking price. You have to prepare your house. You know? And don't wait for the home inspector to come and say, like one good thing to do is the HVAC during the winter time. Normally, for you put your house in the winter, it's good to make sure you prepare your HVAC. Make sure you clean it out. Make sure, and then you can show that receipt to whoever buyer that coming to show that I've done this, I've done that, and they will be impressed to move forward and buy your house. You know. So let them know the chimney, the HVAC, because those are things during the summertime they don't really use it. They're not working, not in full swing. But coming to the winter time, that's when it's so. Before winter kicks in, and you want to start in the fall, prepare it, clean it up, have it well prepared, and put your house in. People will buy it because they know that it's in good condition. They ain't got to worry about about anything happening to it. They'll jump for it and they'll go for your house. You know. So do your homework well, prepare, you know. Don't just say, okay, because it's a seller market, I mean, right now, we're still looking kind of in the seller market, I'll just leave it and sit in any kind of way. It will sit there the next year. Because some people, they have choices now. So if you don't want us to stay longer in the market, you got no few houses, some people put it there since spring this year. It's still there. Because they didn't do the homework well. They didn't really prepare the house to put on the market. So if you really want for your house to go in the market and go fast, prepare your house. Prepare your house properly. It will go. Some people go to the extent of doing staging. Oh, and what is staging? That means staging. That means you put your house, you decorate it just like somebody living in it. That means you get a professional stager. They have people who are stagers. They call them stagers. They come, they set your house up. They put the whole dining room, stay where they set up the living room, bedroom, well made. Just like somebody living there. And when somebody come to see it, they get a picture that says living in the house. And it become very attractive. But then people are going to go above the asking price. They have been proven, according to statistics, let's not Weatherspoon, according to statistics, that people who stage the hall, 9 out of 10 times get above asking price. Because it's well, beautifully laid out for sale. So if you know you want to sell your house, I will encourage you. Stage it. If you can afford it, because definitely stage it, you got to pay some money. If you can afford to stage it. And put it on the market. Now, some people even go to the extent of because of the holiday season, trying to decorate the house and all. So they create a more visual picture of the house, how you look during the holiday season, which is a good thing. If you can decorate it, make it look fine and fabulous, go ahead and do that. That will attract people more. Say, wow. I mean, I can see my house next year this time. If I buy the house, how it be looking? I can fix it up this way. So you get to put ideas how they can prepare, settle in and live in the house after they have bought it from you. They get people rushing to buy it more and more. So as a seller, you got to do your homework well. I'm just encouraging you. You have to do your homework if you want to really get a quick turnover in your sale of your property. Do your homework well. And 9 out of 10 times you will get that house sold and get it so fast and maybe sometimes even above the asking price. Yes, 9 out of 10 times. And then another thing was very important too. If you want to sell during this time, because our fall season, most people who have property, they have trees in the yard, flowers in the yard. And during the fall, we all know what happened during the trees, with the trees, right? All the leaves come falling down in the yard. I encourage you, if you're selling your house during the season, don't leave all the rare leaves out there in the mow. Mow your lawn. Get some contractors. They come, make sure they have that lawn looking your lawn looking so good. Move all the leaves from the yard. Clean the chimney. Clean because sometimes the spider web all in the windows and all that. Clean all those things, the exterior part. Make sure you put it well, and that will be more attractive. Your house will be more attractive. People will you draw the attention of people as passers, as they passing by, it will attract their attention. Because some people are just out there looking for houses. They don't have realtors. You see? But when they see, when they were passing by, they see the for sale sign and look at your house, just look at the yard, they get so excited. They want to come in, and buy it. You see? So prepare your house if you really want to put it on the market. Clean the inside, clean the outside, do your homework, and then once you make sure all is well, I encourage you to go for it. But you have a part to play. You have certain things to do. And make sure you do it and do it well. And your house will sell. So I encourage you, if you're on the fence, get off the fence. Do your work. And then you can decide whether you want to move out or not. Don't just sit on the fence. Because you could make some good money. You have to wait till spring. You can make some good money right now for your sale of your home. So you don't have to wait until spring next year. You can make money right now. And prepare your house for showing. So enter your house, come in the house, it can show perfectly well. When you stage it, it looks so beautiful. So if you can afford staging, you get your face up nicely. Let it be presentable. That people come and see it, it can still look attractive. You don't have to stage it if you can afford it. If you have the money to afford it, that's all right. But staging it will give you a little more value. We'll be more attractive. People try to increase the price that they want to offer for your house, and get a better deal for your house. So my final encouragement to you, to all homeowners who are on the fence, get off from the fence. I encourage you. Do your homework. Find out whether it is a good time for you to sell or it's a time to hold on yet. And how you find out? By getting with finding a good realtor. And then also consult a lender too, to get the whole picture of your how the whole city will look like. Work with a realtor, work with a lender to see how the whole thing will play out. If it play out in your favor, if you check and see that you get good money for your house, and you want to sell, go ahead and sell. And if you already prepare it by doing staging and all that good stuff, you easily get above market value price for your house. So don't be afraid. All you gotta do is just do your homework well. Once you do your homework well, definitely you will be able to make an informed decision as to whether to move forward or whether you should hold on and wait at least for another time in the future to sell your home. So I just stopped by this after to just encourage homeowners who own a fence, who still kind of shaky, who indecisive as to which way to go. I just try to just share with you this afternoon some pointers and just some encouragement as to what to do and how to go about it in order to make a decision to move forward instead of just sitting on the fence. So feel free, if you have any other questions, feel free. You can just click in the comment below, and I put in a comment there. I will definitely get back to you at my earliest convenience. Or you can call me. My cell phone number is 302-310-0621. Again, my cell phone number, 302-310-0621. And my business phone number is 667-290-5051. So feel free to call any of the numbers. And if you don't get me, just leave a message, and I can assure you that I will definitely get back to you. I can guarantee you that. So call me if you want to talk about it. Let's talk about it. I'll be glad to talk with you. Or if you know anybody who you want to refer, I can assure you that I'm not too busy to work with any referral. So reach out to me, and I will gladly be able to work with you and let you know whether you want to move forward or whether you want to wait or how to go about the process to make sure that all goes well for you. So thanks for taking time off your busy schedule to listen to my program. Again, if you know anybody who on the fence who's sitting indecisive, share the program with them, and so they can make up their mind as to whether to move forward or to hold on. Just let me know. I mean, I can talk with them too as to whether to move forward or to hold on. So thanks. Again, I always look forward to talking with you every Tuesday evening. Just share my own little experience with you regarding the real estate market and what to do regarding your own situation. So glad to have you, and we look forward to seeing you every Tuesday evening at 6 o'clock on our program, and at least to get information so you can be informed. So whenever you make a decision, you can make a well-informed decision. So take care, enjoy the rest of your day, have a wonderful rest of the week as you prepare to go do all your holiday shopping and all that. We hope you make sure that you take a necessary precaution so that nothing can happen to you or any member of your family. And we look forward to keeping in touch, and seeing you again on next Tuesday. So this is your realtor and investor, Lester Weatherspoon, saying bye for now. And I'm so glad, I'm always happy to have you on my program, and look forward to seeing you again. Take care, and I'll talk to you again on next Tuesday.